Welcome back, techies! You're tuned into VL Extras, where we unpack the wildest innovations with a visual punch. This week, WWDC 2025 just dropped a bombshell, lighting up X with buzz about Apple's biggest design overhaul in a decade, liquid glass. From iOS 26 to macOS Tahoe 26, watchOS 26, tvOS 26, and visionOS 26, Apple's unified its ecosystem with a glassy, futuristic vibe. But where's Siri? After last year's AI hype, Apple Intelligence took a backseat, and Siri's nowhere to be found. Is liquid glass enough to keep Apple ahead, or are they stalling? Let's dive in. If you're new, smash that subscribe button and join our crew of tech visionaries. This is what Apple is giving developers at WWDC 2025. So first, Apple gives everybody this tote bag. It's like a canvas tote bag, and it says WWDC all over the front of it. There's a little pocket inside. It's really nice and heavy. There's also a little water bottle that you get. It's not a swill or anything, it's just kind of a generic one, but it's got this soft touch matte black finish on the outside, and it's like laser etched with the WWDC 25 logo on the side of it. It's got a cool little pink handle on top. There's a lanyard that you get. It's a very heavy nylon lanyard with heavy metal buckles there on the end. And of course, the thing that everybody wants, the pins. We have new pins for this year, including like the Apple Intelligence icon. There's one for like a California one in the corner. Just, these are always so cool. I love the pins so much. Of course, metal, maybe, metal is going to be a big thing this year as Apple talks about games here at WWDC. So I'm very excited for it. These are things that developers get. You can't get them anywhere else. They're really cool. Of course, they're going to be popping up on eBay, I'm sure, within like 5 minutes of the event actually starting. But let me know, which is your favorite piece of Apple swag that developers are getting here at WWDC?
Hey guys, check it out. We're at Apple Park for WWDC, and here are 3 reasons why you should care about what's going to be announced today. First, and probably the biggest thing, is that today we're going to get the first look at what all of our Apple devices are going to look like in the year to come. iPhone, iPad, Mac. I'm talking big changes expected in terms of the entire interface. 2, if there are any new apps coming to the Apple ecosystem of devices, today is when we're going to find out about it. We've been hearing rumors of a new gaming app coming to iPhone. How cool would that be? Last but not least, expect Apple to talk a lot about AI. Literally just as of this morning, there's a rumor that Apple's going to be rebranding Siri. That's going to be part of this new improved Siri experience that's been promised and delayed, and either way, we're going to get updates about it today. But can you actually imagine calling Siri something other than Siri? Whether that actually happens, we'll see, but make sure you're following along.
First, Apple's cleaned house with a bold move, a unified naming convention. Say goodbye to iOS 19 or macOS 15, hello iOS 26, iPadOS 26, macOS Tahoe 26, watchOS 26, tvOS 26, and visionOS 26, named for their 2025 debut and 2026 lifespan. Per TechCrunch, this streamlines versioning, making it easier to track updates across Apple's ecosystem. But the real star? Liquid glass, a UI so glossy it's like holding a crystal ball. Announced by Alan Dye, Apple's design VP, it's the biggest visual overhaul since iOS 7's flat design ditched skeuomorphism in 2013. Think translucent menus, floating icons, and rounded corners matching Apple's curved screens. Liquid glass, inspired by visionOS, refracts light and adapts to your wallpaper, per Apple Newsroom. On iOS 26, the lock screen's time nests into photos, and album art animates full screen. macOS Tahoe 26's menu bar vanishes, letting wallpapers shine. Ex-users like Sebastian Deraved, these icons are fantastic. But Bitoon X called notifications unreadable on bright backgrounds. Is beauty trumping function?
We're introducing a universal design across our platforms, and it starts with an entirely new expressive material we call liquid glass. It transforms depending on your content or even your context and brings more clarity to navigation and controls. It beautifully refracts light and dynamically reacts to your movement with specular highlights. Elements once considered for rectangular displays have been redesigned to fit perfectly concentric with the rounded corners of the hardware.
The lock screen has been updated, with the time and controls now made of liquid glass, with this beautiful glass edge and a new sense of responsiveness. Whether you use dark mode or one of our entirely new styles, like our all-clear look. I'll switch to my photo shuffle wallpaper and watch as I switch images. The time now fluidly adapts to the available space. Its San Francisco typeface has been uniquely crafted to dynamically scale the weight, width, and height of each numeral in order to nestle into the scene. It also keeps the best part of my photo in view as new information comes in, like a message from a friend or an email from a colleague. With advanced computer vision techniques running on the neural engine, we generate a spatial scene from your 2D photos, creating a delightful 3D effect, bringing your favorite memories to life as you move your iPhone in your hand.
Let's check the iPhone's upgrades. The camera app got a sleek overhaul. Swipe for photo or video, hide portrait or slow-mo and gestures, and swipe up for settings like exposure. Photo and video modes now take center stage, accessible by swiping, while additional modes like portrait, cinematic, and slow-mo are hidden within swipe gestures, giving a clean and intuitive feel. Swiping up in any mode reveals options like exposure, timer, and aperture, while top-of-screen controls handle flash, night mode, resolution, and frame rate, eliminating on-screen clutter. The UI adopts the new glossy, translucent styling across controls, menus, and overlays, harmonizing with the system-wide liquid glass design.
Next, let's talk camera. A simplified and streamlined design elevates the two capture modes that you use most, photo and video. Just swipe your finger left or right to reveal additional modes like cinematic mode or portrait mode. And a simple swipe up lets you easily reach all your settings like aspect ratio and timers. Photos now features separate tabs for library and for collections, where you'll find your favorites, your albums, and easy access to search. Web pages now flow edge to edge to the very bottom of the screen, enabling you to see more of the page. The tab bar has been redesigned to float above the web page and surfaces frequently used actions like search and refresh. When on a call, your most important controls now float on the bottom right and seamlessly recede when you don't need them. We've also reimagined the FaceTime landing page. It's now a space that celebrates your closest relationships with beautiful, personalized contact posts.
Then there's the phone app, now a unified hub for favorites, recents, and voicemail per cult of Mac. Call screening, like Google Pixel's feature, auto-answers unknown calls, asks for a name and reason, and shows a live transcript. Hold Assist listens to hold music and pings you when a human answers. Genius! Both use Apple Intelligence on-device for privacy, per Phone Arena. Live Translation in Phone and FaceTime offers real-time voice and text captions, making multilingual calls seamless per Wired. But without Siri's promised AI leap, these feel incremental. In Messages, Live Translation auto-translates foreign texts in line, and Apple Intelligence suggests replies per Engadget. Create polls and group chats, add up to 12 options, rearrange, and see real-time results per PopSci. Polls even integrate translation and AI-suggested questions per McRumors. These are slick, but without Siri's contextual smarts, promised last WWDC, they're not revolutionary.
Experience. This year, we're giving you the option to choose a new unified layout that brings together your favorites, recents, and voicemails. Your favorites stay front and center, so you can start a call with just a tap. Your recents and voicemails now appear in a single convenient list below, so you can easily scroll to see who reached out and what they said. And with Apple Intelligence, new voicemail summaries help surface the most important information. Now, when you receive a call from an unknown number, call screening helps you quickly gauge whether it's something important or just another pesky telemarketer. Call screening automatically answers calls from unknown numbers, silently in the background. Once the caller shares their name and the reason for their call, your phone rings. And you can view the response and pick up or ignore. Next time you're stuck on hold, whether it's because you're changing your flight or dealing with utility bills, the phone app automatically detects hold music and asks if you want it to wait for you. When you tap hold, the music stops, but the call stays connected, so you can keep using your iPhone or even put it away and go about your daily routines. Once a live agent becomes available, we'll ring you to return to the call and let the agent know that you'll be there shortly. Another way we stay connected is with Messages. This year, we're giving you an exciting new way to bring personality to those shared spaces with backgrounds. When you select a background, it appears for everyone in the conversation to enjoy. Group chats are home to so many age-old questions. We're introducing polls. You can create a poll for anything. And with Apple Intelligence, Messages can detect when a poll might come in handy and suggest one. Like if someone asks, where should we stay for our annual trips? Anyone in the group can contribute new ideas. Then watch as the votes roll in live. Now you can request, send, and receive Apple Cash to settle up on concert tickets or the dinner bill right from the group chat. We're also bringing typing indicators for your group chats, which let you know who is about to chime in. We're bringing screening tools to Messages that help you eliminate distractions. We're introducing the ability for you to screen new senders, so your messages go from this, a list cluttered with spam and unknown numbers, to this,
You can mix together two emoji to create something new, like a sloth and a light bulb, for that moment when you're the last one in the group chat to get the joke. You have the option to change expressions, like making your friend look shocked, or making them laugh. You can also adjust things like hairstyle. You have new ChatGPT styles, like an oil painting style for your friend's contact poster. We're introducing live translation. It's integrated into Messages, FaceTime, and Phone. And it's enabled by Apple-built models that run entirely on device. For instance, in Messages, live translation can automatically translate text for you. When you're catching up on FaceTime, you can follow along with translated live captions, while you continue to hear your grandmother's voice.
Écoute ma chérie, ajoute une pincée de vanille et de l'eau de fleur d'oranger à la pâte. C'est ça mon secret.
When you're on a phone call, your words are translated as you talk, and the translation is spoken out loud for the call recipients.
Hi, are you available to cater a wedding on December 6th?
Hallo, sind Sie für eine Hochzeit am 6. Dezember verfügbar?
With Apple Music, we're adding lyrics translation to help you understand the meaning behind your favorite songs. And lyrics pronunciation, so everyone can sing along to the music, regardless of language. We're also introducing Auto Mix, which uses intelligence to seamlessly mix from one song to the next, like a DJ. Time stretching and beat matching at the perfect moment. With music pins, just pin your favorite artist, album, or playlist to the top of the library. Let's talk about Maps. Your iPhone will now learn your preferred routes and offer them in Maps, alongside other options. And with the Maps widget, you can check your commute before you leave, so you can get an idea of how long it'll take. We're introducing Visited Places. You can choose to have your iPhone detect when you're somewhere, like a restaurant or shop, and then view your visited places in the Maps library. Or simply search and share with a tap. Next, Wallet. With driver's licenses and Wallet, we've created the most private and secure way for you to present your identity. They're currently available in 9 states, plus Puerto Rico. And starting this fall, you can create a digital ID with your US passport. While not a replacement for your physical passport, digital ID can be used for domestic travel at supported TSA checkpoints, in apps, and in person, where age and identity verification are required. And while at the airport, you'll appreciate refreshed boarding passes in Wallet, which now include convenient access to indoor mapping that gets you around the airport quickly. Find My to track your bags right from the boarding pass, and shareable live flight status, so loved ones can keep track of when you are landing. Next, Apple Pay. In addition to using rewards and installments while shopping online with Apple Pay, you can now choose to redeem your points or pay with installments when you shop in person. With Apple Intelligence, Wallet can now identify and summarize order tracking details beyond your Apple Pay orders. It will find emails sent by either merchants or delivery carriers and conveniently pull together your order details.
iPadOS 26 is a productivity beast. Apple ditched split view and slide over for a macOS style windowing system per Mac Stories. Resize, move, or hang apps off screen with Stage Manager, and a menu bar appears with a keyboard or cursor. Expose shows all open windows for quick switching per TechCrunch. Liquid Glass makes sidebars translucent, blending with wallpapers. X's Apple Hub called it stunning, but some miss split view's simplicity.
This is what you've all been waiting for, a new windowing system on iPad.
But now I also have this grab handle in the bottom right to fluidly resize apps into windows. If I previously resized apps, when I open them again, they open back in the exact same size and position, and I can place them just where I want them.
Another way I can arrange my windows is with tiling. Since this is designed for the unique qualities of iPad, I can simply flick windows towards the edges to tile.
macOS Tahoe 26 brings Liquid Glass Elegance Transparent Dock, Frosted Control Center, and Glassy sidebars per The Verge. Spotlight's semi-transparent overlay adds quick actions and AI-powered filters per Cult of Mac. On watchOS 26, the Smart Stack and notifications shimmer, and a wrist flick gesture dismisses alerts per Wired. The Workout Buddy uses AI to coach you with voice feedback per Engadget. Notes is now a standalone app, and accessibility boosts like live captions shine per Geeky Gadgets.
Apple Watch is indispensable. And with watchOS 26, we continue to push this further. It has the gorgeous new design with liquid glass. It brings a more expressive experience in places like the Smart Stack, the numerals on the Photos face, Control Center, and in-app navigation and controls. watchOS introduces an exciting new fitness feature, Workout Buddy.
Workout Buddy is pretty incredible. It simultaneously gathers all the data from your workout and rapidly analyzes vast amounts of your fitness history. Combined with Apple Intelligence on your iPhone, it provides you with just the right encouragement. As soon as you start your run, Workout Buddy can kick off with a pep talk.
Great job starting your run. This is your second run this week. You're crushing it, closing that move ring for 6 straight days. Let's keep building on that with your run today. Fueled by some house vibes from Muramasa.
After you end your workout, it recognizes your effort.
Fantastic run. You averaged a pace of 9 minutes and 7 seconds per mile across 6.3 miles.
It's personal and private and will be available starting in English across the most popular workout types. Now, features like custom workout and race route are just a tap away, so you can easily create a custom workout with work and recovery intervals for your music. You can keep it simple and let Apple Music choose the best playlist based on the workout you're doing and the music you love. You can select playlists or podcasts that are suggested based on what you've been listening to for that type of workout.
watchOS also enhances features like the Smart Stack. This year, the Smart Stack improves its prediction algorithm by fusing on-device data like points of interest, location, and more, so it can accurately predict features that can be immediately useful to you. So when you walk into your gym for that regular morning session, a Smart Stack hint will subtly appear. And when you open the Smart Stack, a widget will be ready for you to start your workout. Or when Apple Watch detects that you're in a remote location with no connectivity, a hint will appear to start backtrack to support you while you're off the grid. We're also making Apple Watch more proactive with enhancements to notifications. You might use silent mode to avoid receiving a loud alert at an inopportune moment. Like that. But now, Apple Watch can interpret the ambient noise in your environment and automatically adjust the volume of incoming calls and notifications. Much better. And when you receive a notification that you want to address later, a new wrist flick gesture will dismiss it and take you back to your watch face. You can also use wrist flick to mute incoming calls, silence timers and alarms, or even close the Smart Stack. The Messages app gets even better with Apple Intelligence live translation, makes staying connected to your loved ones who speak a different language as simple as raising your wrist. Conversation backgrounds elevate the experience. And now, based on the context of the message, you can quickly perform new actions that are intelligently provided using machine learning, like sharing your location through Find My when someone's looking for you. We'll also give you a quick new way to capture what's important with Notes, which now comes to Apple Watch. It's perfect for when you want to save a quick note to yourself or view an existing note. watchOS also has new APIs for developers. The Smart Stack can intelligently show a widget for slopes when you arrive at a ski resort with improved location APIs. And now, Dark Noise can add a custom control to Control Center, so it can easily turn on a sleep soundscape.
But let's talk about the elephant in the room, Siri. Last WWDC, Apple hyped a contextual Siri powered by Apple Intelligence. It's delayed until iOS 26.4 in 2026. Craig Federighi, SVP of Software Engineering, barely mentioned Siri at WWDC 2025, focusing on ChatGPT integration for writing and replies. He admitted the original V1 architecture used in last year's demo didn't converge, quality-wise, to Apple's standards. Team shifted to a more robust V2 architecture. This pivot took time but was necessary for a reliable experience. Apple chose to delay rather than ship a feature prone to errors. Following Greg Joswiak, it would have been more disappointing to ship something with error rate that's unacceptable. The delayed Siri needed capabilities like on-screen awareness, personal context, and in-app actions, which proved harder than anticipated. Federighi noted that automating such behavior reliably across apps is a largely unsolved problem in the industry. A working V1 existed around WWDC 2024, but Apple realized that achieving the full experience required building V2, so it paused and started fresh. The updated Siri rollout has been pushed to in the coming year, with most reports expecting a release in spring 2026. Users like Snazzy Labs called it short-sighted, arguing Liquid Glass is a shiny distraction. Is Apple lagging behind Google's Gemini or OpenAI? So, is Liquid Glass enough? It's a visual masterpiece, unifying iOS 26, iPadOS 26, macOS Tahoe 26, and beyond with glossy depth. Liquid Glass looks futuristic, but function needs to catch up. What do you think? Drop your take below, hit like if you're hyped for iOS 26, and subscribe for more VL extras. The Apple Revolution's Glossy, let's see if it shines. Peace.
Flipping quicker than a dealer's last call. Concrete jungle, I'm the lion with a roar. Teeth sinking deeper, hunger begging for more. Hands up, let it drop, feel the earthquake. Heavy bass line, make your spirit vibrate. No escape, caught in the cyclone.